Hey guys, welcome to Fox 5 News Live. I'm Judea Murray. We have a full show ready for you, so I hope you're ready to join us. We're going to be talking about a lot. Do want to let you know we are streaming right now on TikTok as well as YouTube. So that means you can join us in a conversation. If you have any questions about a story, you want to ask a reporter something, or maybe you want me to talk more in depth about a topic that I haven't touched on just yet, let me know in the comment section. That's exactly how you'll do that. Thank you so much for making some time to join us. Now, I do want to start with some developing news of the day. We heard about this officer-involved shooting here in Georgia, and now I'm hearing that we're getting even more details. I want to get right out to our reporter, Ray Yarena, who has been on the scene learning as much as he can right before this. Ray, what have you learned so far?
Well, Judea, as of right now, all the police and the investigators, the GBI investigators investigating this officer-involved shooting here in DeKalb County have since cleared the scene, but it was a much different sight last night. And I wanted to get to that video that our Good Day Atlanta folks were able to capture earlier this morning. Now, DeKalb County officers say that they responded to a call for service along Woodbend Drive just before 11:50 Sunday night. And while on that call, police say that they found a 22-year-old man who had a firearm, and an officer-involved shooting took place as a result of that encounter. Police say that no officers were hurt, but officers performed first aid to the man who was shot. Investigators say he was taken to a local hospital and is described to be stable. DeKalb County Police say GBI has been brought in for its own investigation as their department also looks into the shooting. Now, GBI told me this morning that they are hoping to get updated information about this officer-involved shooting to us in the next few hours, and we'll bring you that update as soon as that comes in. Obviously, there is no investigators on the scene right now, and then again, it happened behind us at this apartment complex last night. Judea?
Ray, I know as well as when you got out there, we were talking right before the show began, you said you were able to talk to a neighbor. So what are some of the people in the area telling you?
Well, Judea, like you said, we were able to speak to a man, and he says he was coming home at about 12:30 when he saw all of these officers responding to his apartment complex. He did not hear the shots to him themselves, but he did see there was tons of officers and blue light after blue light after blue light responding with sirens, officers just responding to this area as quickly as he could. But he felt that it was a little crazy seeing that something happened so close to his home, and obviously he just woke up and is learning of the news right now. So that's what he told us, and we'll hear more from him coming up at noon today.
Speaking of which, you will be reporting on this pretty much all day, so we can rely on you for any of the updates and whatnot. Do want to let people know that on fox5atlanta.com there's an article all about this as we get these live updates. Not only will we be able to bring them to you right here on Fox 5 News Live, but you can also read along with us on Fox 5 Atlanta as well as the Fox Local app. Ray, thank you so much for joining me and giving me what you can while you're still learning more about the situation. Just pretty scary thinking about if you were in the area hearing those gunshots. Well, from one thing happening across Georgia to another, I want to switch gears and talk to you about something a little lighter. We've seen all over social media, everybody wants to know, where are the monks? There, I think, are 19 Buddhist monks making their way across Georgia. They actually are making their way across America, but they are right now in the Peach State. So I want to check in with our Doug Evans. He just got out to the scene. We didn't know if we were going to see them live on air, Doug, but I do see a large line of people lining that street behind you. Where are you at, and tell us what we're expecting to see?
Hey, good morning. I'm at Trilith, the town of Trilith in Fayette County. Behind me is Trilith Live. This is a brand new complex, entertainment complex that's been built here in the town of Trilith. The monks are on their way. They left Sharpsburg this morning, walking through Peachtree City and Fayette County, and they are on their way to the town of Trilith, where they will stop and have lunch. They'll end their day in Morrow in Clayton County this afternoon. A very large crowd has gathered to see them. This is making incredible news across the internet and social media and on air, as well as people have really taken to heart the mission of these monks, which is to walk from Fort Worth, Texas, all the way to Washington, D.C. to promote peace. Let me turn my camera around here. Stand by. Hold on. I got gloves on, you guys, so bear with me here. I take these gloves off. There we go. All right, let's give you a shot of the crowd as I turn toward Trilith Live, and there you see the people that have lined up along the street to see the monks. They have not arrived. I'm told that they, excuse me, I'm gonna step out into traffic. I'm told they have made their way to Veterans Parkway, which is the roadway which leads to Trilith. And here we have some folks here. Who wants to be on Fox Local? Anybody? Hey, how we doing? Fox Local here. What brings you out?
Walk for peace, and we need it more than ever.
Yeah. What about you, ma'am? What brings you out today?
I just wanted to experience the peace that the monks are bringing, especially during this challenging time of year.
Great. Thank you. So a lot of folks have lined up here. How you doing? She says, no way to TV. All right. But a very large crowd is gathered here. I'm hearing the same sort of story, and the folks that I have talked to out here today, really taking to heart the message of these monks, one of world peace and just kindness. That's the sort of thing that I'm hearing a lot of, and people just want to come out and see them, engage with them, visit with them, hopefully. There's about 19, I think Judea said that. They're also traveling with a dog from India, was a stray dog, and he's got his own Facebook page and everything, so you can check that out. The monks were supposed to be here at 10:30. They're running a little bit late, but keep in mind that they are walking, right? And so, no one really knows the pace, and people, they stop and they engage with people and that sort of thing. So it's not a set schedule by any means. So there you see the crowd, and that is behind them even more people. And there's the lovely Trilith Live there. Anybody want to say something? How about you, sir?
Glad to be here. It's a wonderful thing that they're doing.
All right.
Hope they bring about more peace. Thank you.
How about you folks back here? Anybody want to say something?
We're just excited to see the monks come through.
How did you hear about the monks? You've been following this on social media?
Yes, I've been following them on Facebook.
Whoa, watch out. Step into traffic. Thank you.
My bracelet from one of the monks.
I'm sorry, what is
So
this?
the monk that's in the lead car, he was sitting in the back seat. I told him I had some things to give to them to make their journey a little bit easier. And there was a monk in the back seat that said thank you and then gave me a bracelet.
All right, let me take a shot of the bracelet. It's great. You cherish that?
Yes, I will. I'll never take it off. I'll never take it off.
All right.
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you. All right, so we see the crowd. Judea, anything from you on this? Quite a scene out here, huh?
Absolutely. I'm really happy that last woman brought up the bracelet that she was wearing, because I learned that they have been giving these out, and their intention is for you to not take it off. They want you to wear it as long as possible until it falls off naturally. And, like you said, they're just doing this to spread peace. It's the perfect time of year where we pretty much all could use just a little bit more joy and a little more peace before we ring in the new year. The other thing that I'm seeing is it's not just them giving out stuff and giving peace to the world. I've been following them on Facebook as well. They've got over 350,000 followers, but they say that other people have been coming to bring stuff to them as well. Actually, quite a few people have been delivering flowers. And their social media post as of 7 minutes ago says that every flower you guys give and place on our path silently tells us that the seeds of peace have bloomed in our heart. And seeing that light shine in you, that's the most beautiful gift we could ever receive. So like I said, it's not just a one-sided thing there. It kind of seems like everybody is embracing this idea of just spreading peace and joy and coming together. So I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really is a nice message. I mean, with all that's going on in the world and that sort of thing, you've just got a bunch of very humble, quiet monks making their way through the country maybe you don't agree with them religiously, and there are people that have expressed that on social media, although I've talked to people out here who say that they're Christians and they, they're doing showing their Christian love to these monks and that sort of thing. So, whether they agree with them or not, they're out here to support the message, and the message is peace. So I'm walking up to Veterans Parkway right now. In the distance there, and you can barely see it, is the Trilith Movie Studio Complex. That's where a lot of the Marvel movies were shot at one time. And so this is very much a movie complex. I'm just trying to get a sense if I can see them in the distance, Judea. They can't be too far off.
That's what we're hoping for. They've got a live map. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it up on this side.
I'm not sure how accurate that map is either.
Yeah, they have to update it every now and again, so it might be a little behind. If it was accurate, they would have
see some lights up there, but I don't necessarily see them yet. But I'm just gonna keep on hoofing it down here, man. I had a lot to eat over Christmas. This is
so you're saying you could use the exercise?
Hey, anything for world peace, right?
Anything for world peace, exactly, Doug. Well, if their map is right, they would have just left around South Sandy Creek Road, coming down Veterans Parkway, so they should be close, but that's only if that map is accurate. I do know that our digital team went to check out their walk a couple of days ago, and I believe at that time they were about an hour and a half late to the mark where everybody was expecting them. So it could potentially be that they are still making their way down.
Yeah, they're late, but they're not that late. I did talk to the Fayetteville police who said that they had made the turn onto Veterans Parkway. I'm going to get off the grass. It'd be a lot easier to walk in the street, I think, as long as...
So I do see traffic going down the one way. Have they closed off traffic during the... Oh, no, I see a car coming as well.
I think that they have. I think that they've closed down the one lane of Veterans Parkway. The cars that you see coming toward me are cars that are turning around in the... turning around there in the loop, right?
Oh, okay.
In the roundabout, that's what I'm trying to say. And they're headed back the other way because the road is cleared off. I see red lights up ahead. That's always an indication of something, right?
I'm seeing some people on our...
I just don't see them. I don't see them in a walkable distance, Judea.
Okay. Well, I'm seeing some people weigh in on TikTok. They're thinking that they're out near South Lake Mall, but other people are just really excited to see them at all. We even have somebody watching from Orlando, but I can try to check back in with you a little later on, see if maybe they're even closer. Just, hit me up on the messenger and then we'll try to set this up again.
I will do. I don't think they're too far off, though, so it may be soon.
Okay, cool. Noted. While we wait to see what's going to happen next or how soon they're coming, I want to tell you about one monk in particular who has made it his mission to rejoin this walk, and the reason behind why he had to stop is pretty incredible. So there is a monk who was injured. He was actually hit by a car. He was seriously injured, but while everybody has been continuing their walk. Remember, I told you 19 monks are making this trek. It's a 120-day trek in order to spread peace wherever they can. He's been trying to heal himself up and really wanted to get back out there. And so we did hear that just yesterday he arrived back in Atlanta. He got a warm welcome and had a welcome ceremony that was held at a temple in Snellville. And he's hoping to go ahead and complete the journey alongside the rest of the Buddhist monks who are doing this. He's not letting his injuries stop him. We do believe that not only was he hurt, but that he may also be an amputee. So that's a pretty big deal. I just wanted to shine a light on him because, could you imagine? We make excuses for so much less. And this man said, even though this happened to me, I have a greater purpose and I still need to get out there and finish what I started. That for me is the message of 2026. Just do it. Just do it. Oh, that sounds like Nike. Well, moving along with some of our top news of the day, I want to get back into some of the headlines right here around the Metro Atlanta area. We heard about a big disturbance out in Atlantic Station where we were reporting 400 to 500 teens found to be in the area. You may know Atlantic Station because not only is it super popular, I believe there's a movie theater out there. They do really big stuff when it comes to the holidays and their decorations, lights. But they say all of those kids were out in the area shooting fireworks, not only into a crowd, but they also said out near the shopping markets. And at first they were called there because they said that there were gunshots fired. As far as we knew for the first day or two that we were reporting this, we thought that the shots were then confirmed to just be fireworks. But we have gotten the confirmation that actually no. Police say there were, in fact, gunshots fired as that crowd of teens had to be dispersed. So there were so many police officers out in the area. You may have seen them yourself if you were riding through or seen them on social media because these videos are everywhere. But that's what we know so far about that situation. We also heard that a business was actually damaged as all of those teens made their way through Atlantic Station. We know that at least, I think, 5 teens or quote unquote unruly juveniles were detained. We don't know if any charges will be filed in this, but that's what we've got there. We're learning more, or at least want to learn more about the security out at Atlantic Station and how so many teens were able to be in one place at one time. A big question for a lot of people is, what about a curfew? Does Atlanta have a curfew? And these are things that we're still working on as we continue to develop this story for you guys. If you continue streaming with us here on Fox Local or watching us on Fox5Atlanta.com, or excuse me, Fox 5 Atlanta, the broadcast, and Fox5Atlanta.com, we're hoping we can answer some of those for you. All right, and we're hearing more about a Christmas miracle. At least that's what law enforcement's calling it. 2 pilots survived a small plane crash that happened out here in Georgia. What we've learned about this situation is that it was a B-90 Beechcraft. That was that aircraft that was involved in this situation, and it came and hit a tree about, 50, 60 feet up in the air, and then went into the ground. And this was a residential area. Some of the photos that we were able to see from the situation after, and some videos that we were able to capture, actually show that aircraft maybe just feet away from that home. We have been able to get in contact with that homeowner who says that he's okay. Everything. It's almost a miracle that only these 2 people were hurt, but they did walk away from it. They were taken to Grady Memorial Hospital where they were treated for their injuries, but as far as we know, no one else was injured. There were no other serious structural damages, but we do see that there may have been a couple of issues at the house itself. But other than that, just to see something like this, a plane crash, and no one died, Christmas miracle. Today also marks 1 full year since President Jimmy Carter died, Georgia's president. He passed away peacefully last December at his home in Plains, surrounded by his family, after living a whole year at home hospice care. You're actually taking a look at Georgia's very own the credit union. They're showing images of former President Jimmy Carter at the very top of their building. This is here in Georgia. And just a beautiful day where we're trying to remember his legacy, everything that he was about. This past October 1st would have been his 101st birthday. And this year alone, a documentary on his work to eradicate the guinea worm was released. The Postal Service also unveiled a stamp featuring his image. So, rest easy, former President Jimmy Carter. And I have a couple of minutes. I want to get through just a few national headlines for you. Let's get over to where we heard President Donald Trump has now offered Ukraine 15 years worth of security. It's supposed to be a guarantee. Now, President Zelensky of Ukraine says he was hoping for up to 50 years and thinking that that would help deter Russia from some attempts to seize their land. But unfortunately for them, President Donald Trump has only said that he would do 15 years. So We know that over the weekend he hosted Zelensky at his property at Mar-a-Lago out in West Palm Beach in Florida. And during some discussions there, they were trying to decide how they could best close this peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. President Trump noted that the month-long U.S.-led negotiations could still collapse at this point in time. So we're still trying to see what exactly will come of it. Meanwhile, details of the security guarantees have not been made public, but Zelensky did say to the media on Monday that they would include how a peace deal would be monitored, as well as the presence of quote-unquote partners. He didn't elaborate on that just yet. We also know that Russia said it won't accept the deployment in Ukraine of troops from NATO countries. So we're looking more towards that. Zelensky also said that he wants a 20-point peace plan under discussion to be approved by Ukrainians in a national referendum, so a big vote. However, holding a ballot would require a ceasefire of up to 60 days, and we don't know that he has all that time. Moscow has shown no willingness for a truce without a full settlement. So all eyes are on that. And we do know President Donald Trump is playing peacemaker this weekend and this week. Let's jump ahead to where he's going to have this meeting with Netanyahu a little later on today. He's going to host Benjamin Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago for a crucial moment for Gaza. They're expected to meet face-to-face at the Mar-a-Lago estate, and in hopes of leveraging this strong relationship that he's been trying to build with Netanyahu, and also look for some ways to speed up the peace process between Israel and Hamas, especially as Israel's leaders have been accused of not pushing their side to move fast enough. So the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas that Trump championed has mostly held, but not completely. Progress has slowed recently, and both sides accuse one another of violating the ceasefire. And divisions have also emerged among the U.S., Israel, and Arab countries. This all as the big question is whether Iran declared war on the U.S. It's really a mess when we're trying to think about all of these national headlines. So we'll dive deeper into that. I know there have been so many people asking this question on Google. It's actually trending at this point in time. Did Iran declare war on the U.S.? We'll dive deeper into that later on in the show.
they're going to enjoy some lunch here. And you see in the back of that had followed the monks and had waited for them here at Trilith as they approached. And here we have, bringing up here, the little doggy that has followed them on this journey and has quite the following himself. Once a stray dog from India taken with the monks on this journey to North Georgia and on their way to Washington, D.C. eventually. So they're going to enter this building called the Shipyard, and here they will have a meet and greet with some local folks.
Let them rest right now. They need to adjust.
Okay. We're telling them that they're going to rest here in this facility.
Just their room.
And, right, I'm staying out.
No, I mean, don't, you cannot.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. And so they've asked us to stop the filming of the monks as they kind of catch their breath and rest after this. Hi, Tia. I'm on live right now.
So they're going to set up, they're going to speak right here.
Okay, so they're going to do what? This is Tia from the Trilith.
Hi guys.
So they're going to speak over here once they're going to eat really quickly. And then that speaker, that's where they're going to come out and they're going to speak to everybody.
Okay, so they are going to speak to some folks here, I understand, after they rest up a little bit, and I think that they're going to have some lunch here, too. So that was it. And really, let me show you this crowd again. Goodness gracious.
I know so many people
All
come
these
out
people
for
that
this.
showed up.
Everybody gets excited to meet and greet them and then talk to them. It's a really big experience.
Look at this crowd, Judea. Yeah, man, that's quite the crowd that has gathered here. Well over 1,000 people. Let me frame it up better for you. Better job than that. And you can see, there they are. And they have been blocked from going any far. We got right in there with them, though, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised at how you embedded yourself.
Right on in there. Yeah.
You were so close.
I was part of it. Here we go. Lots of folks shouting the word peace. You see them there. A lot of people brought gifts for the monks and everything, so it was very nice.
Hey, Doug, I wonder if anybody would be willing to tell you how early they got out there. Has anybody been there for more than 30 minutes to an hour?
Let me ask. Hold on. Hey, how early did you guys show up today? 8:30 this morning? Okay. 9 o'clock, 8:30, that's what I'm hearing. Anybody earlier than 8:30? 7! All right.
Coming from Midtown Atlanta.
Came from Midtown Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your name?
Love, peace, and prosperity, baby. My name is Alexandria Thomas.
Okay, and tell me about coming down here from...
It's more about I wanted to pray with them. I need to release some things. God been so good to me this year, and I've been practicing other worships, and I love them. I love they act, and once they leave their temple, we know that the world is unbalanced, and I want to be the person that show more love, peace, and prosperity. And I want everybody to know that God is real. This is real. This is real.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Hey, how are you? Let me come down here. Is it all right if I take your picture? Hey, how are you? Can I talk with her?
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, sweetie, how are you?
Good.
Tell me about seeing the monks today.
I like to see the dog and my mom likes to see the monks too.
Yeah, she said she liked to see the monks.
She liked to see the dog. They gave her a bracelet
dog.
yesterday.
Oh, you got a bracelet too? And you got to see the dog. Right. Tell me the dog.
A cola.
Okay. All right, cool. I thought the dog was very cool too. I liked that part. Yeah, that was fun. Okay. All right, sweetie. I hope you had a good day.
We got to use it as an opportunity to talk about, I asked my kids if there was
something that they could imagine that they wanted that bad or that they believed in that much that they would be willing to walk really, really far for. So it was a cool teaching opportunity.
That's great. Most of us don't want to walk far for a parking spot.
Right.
So that's awesome.
Especially in the cold.
Yeah. All right, sweet. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah.
And you know, they're not the only ones who have been following the journey. So many people have been following to see where they've been going for the last couple of days. We know that they will continue this walk even while they're resting right now, taking their lunch break. Eventually they will have to sleep, but they will continue this walk. They're going for 120 days. Their goal, I believe, is to get to Washington, D.C., and I don't think they're expecting to do that until February, so they got a full month ahead of them. This is just incredible to see how many people come out. Are they starting to move because that talking portion will take place soon, or is everybody just getting excited?
I think that they're letting the crowd get a little bit closer. I don't think they're there yet. I don't think they've set up everything yet for them, so they've stopped them from kind of getting any farther than what they were. So.
Got it. This is also cool.
Hold on,
Thank you.
I'm just checking my audio levels for you.
Okay.
There
Doug, I was going to let you know.
Just checking my audio levels.
We have some more news to get to for the day, but I understand that you'll stay out here since it's such a big opportunity. Really, sometimes some people say that this might be like a once-in-a-lifetime type of opportunity. It's not every day that you're driving down the road and then you see just a bunch of monks walking right past you. So I'm hoping that we can get another look with you, and if not, we will have this available on our live stream a little later on. But thank you for letting us in bed with you and join in and see everything that was happening. This is so cool to get to see them actually come on the scene. All right, you guys, it's about that time. We have to take a step back, but when we come back, I've got a pretty interesting interview lined up for you. For those veterans out there who are trying to figure out what their next best thing is, we're expecting to have a fruitful interview where we'll be talking to a veteran and talking to a representative of an organization who's making it possible to start a whole new career, and one that is very fruitful for everyone involved. So we'll be talking about that when we come back. back to Fox 5 News Live. I'm Judea Murray. We've got a pretty fruitful interview coming up for you. There's an organization that has teamed up with another organization, and they're making it possible for our veterans out there to be able to start some meaningful work after they come back from duty. And so I want to start with a veteran, John Pion. Thank you so much for joining me. I understand now you are working at Cintas, but I want to talk about how you got there. This organization called Hire Heroes USA, I'm understanding, is kind of what gave you this leg up. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so where were you in your job search before you found out about the organization?
Yeah, so I recently separated from the military back in August of this year. And during my transition, I was looking for resources that I received from my base to see what I could do to find jobs. And honestly, when I was starting out the job process by myself, I was having a lot of failures until I came across Hire Heroes USA. And they provided for me a lot of resume tips, interview tips. And since starting from that point, I got a lot of fruitful and a lot of results back compared to when I was just doing it by myself.
Let me ask you this. I mean, you say it helped you versus when you were trying to do it by yourself, but are there any challenges specific to you being a veteran that you found when you were trying to look for a job afterward?
Yeah, honestly, I had 8 years in the Air Force, and so I thought with my experience, I would be able to find a job easily. And so I did it myself in the beginning. I put in a lot of resumes, and I wasn't hearing anything back. And so for me, that became very disheartening for me. I felt like the battle was by myself, and I was really struggling until I came across Hire Heroes USA. And this organization has been so beneficial. I mean, they did 2 things for me with changing my whole resume that was terrible before. They made it such a great product, and they provided, personal interview tips that I could be utilizing for my interviews. And starting from that moment, I mean, I got so many benefits after that and saw the results and eventually found my workplace that I'm currently at right now.
Got it. And we'll talk about the job that you were able to land in a second. I'm very familiar with Cintas as a company. For those of you guys who are streaming out there with us, think about when you enter a restaurant or really any kind of business and you see like the paper towels or the hand sanitizer or the floor mats. Where does all of that come from? A company like Cintas. So when you found out that you landed that gig, walk me through that experience, that excitement that I assume you probably felt.
Yes. Because I mean, I've done a lot of stressful things in the military, but I would say transitioning out of the military and trying to find a job to support my family. Securing a job has been the most stressful event in my life so far. And so when I got the employment through Cintas, I was just, I found peace in my heart, and I was just so grateful. I was just so thankful for what I was given. And I would say organization, Hire Heroes USA, I felt like they were a family. They were just so personable, so helpful in that process. And I felt like it was a whole support system in my back that just helped me go through this process.
I love that you started that with, you had done hard things before working in the military, but I'll be honest with you guys, and I mean, y'all probably know, the job pool right now is no joke. It will humble anyone. So I can completely understand why you say what you say. Want to ask you this, if any other veteran or a military spouse is listening in and maybe they're in that moment where they're feeling stuck, a lot of people think that this end of the year is kind of like that lull for jobs. People aren't hiring right now. So what advice, what thoughts would you offer for them?
Say, I've talked to a lot of my friends as well who are transitioning out of the military, and a lot of them, same for me as well, we feel like it's a lonely fight. We feel all this burden. If you have a family, you have to take care of your family, and so it's a lot of pressure to find a new job. But I want to say is that reach your hand out, go find a resource like Hire Heroes USA. They're a support system. I truly value the importance of having a community that's on your back. You're not alone in this fight. So reach out to Hire Heroes USA. I mean, they reached out immediately to me. They helped me find what my goals are. They helped me create a plan, revamp my resume just from scratch. And they've been so helpful. And so it's a whole support system. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. So reach out to this organization, and I guarantee you will find a job immediately. And this whole support system that's there.
You might want to add being a motivational speaker to your plethora of jobs that you could do, because that was beautiful and very inspirational.
Thanks so much.
Andrew Workman, it is now your turn. You are here representing that organization that we've been chatting about, Hire Heroes USA. So want to ask you, what does the current veteran employment landscape look like right now? I mean, we talked about how hard it is really for anybody to get a job, but especially for our veterans.
Yeah, sure. And thanks, John. Thanks for all the feedback. You know, he's a true success story of what it looks like to work with Hire Heroes USA. So yeah, the veteran landscape, it's really tough right now. You know, we're looking at primarily underemployment, right? That's one of the biggest things when military veterans come out of the service. You know, they really don't find their career that they really want to be in until after a few years, so 2 years. So that's about 80% of them. But Hire Heroes USA wants to be part of that journey with you, right? So Hire Heroes USA, we've been around for 20 years. We serve over 40,000 veterans every single year, and military spouses. Our services are completely free, and the unique thing about us is that they're for life. So if something doesn't work out for whatever reason possible, you can always come back. Now, we're happy to say, you know, and John's part of this story, but this year we confirmed 115,000 lifetime hires for people that come to work with us.
150. Okay, wow, that is a big number. And I imagine you said that this is free for the people who want to use your services. I imagine that it's free because of some of the donations, the partnerships, and these investments that you guys also get. And speaking of which, I heard you have one right now with Norfolk Southern. Can you talk to me about that? How much money are we talking about them investing into this organization?
Sure. Yeah. So since last December, they donated $200,000 to support Hire Heroes USA. And some of the support goes to personalized career coaching, mentorship, interview and resume support, personalized one-on-one services, and just a little bit about their impact. You know, that money goes a long way. So they helped serve over 10,000 clients. And out of those 10,000 clients, over 6,200 hired, right? These are not just numbers, but momentum for the future. Well, companies like Norfolk Southern invest in veterans and military spouses. It creates real pathways towards employment, not just short-term help, but long-term stability as well.
Well, Andrew, I helped produce an interview a couple of weeks ago, and I remember we were at that point talking about how veterans make amazing entrepreneurs and business owners, but what also makes them really good for the current workforce, today's workforce?
Wow, so many things. They're extremely adaptable. I mean, I'm a Navy reservist myself, right? So I've dealt with this stuff for 18, 19 years almost. And people like John, you know, he's going to show up, work on time, all right? He's got the leadership skills and the soft skills that he gets from the real life experience when he served in the Air Force for those 8 years. He's bringing that to the table right out the gate. And this is real life experience that you wouldn't normally get. And this is traveling all around the world, right? And then so this is doing so many different things, so many different jobs, all in a short period of time in an intense environment. We have unique programs for that. So our ecosystem of programs are unique to not just one individual, but they're tailored for each individual. So we have our Women Veterans program. We have our Junior Enlisted program. We have our Military Spouse program that's called the Serving Spouses program. We even have the Homeless Veteran Reintegration program, and our volunteer program is so robust. We have over 1,500 industry-specific volunteers that offer their own insight to our military veterans that come to work with us. So that's just to name a few, but the ecosystem is broad.
It sounds like it. Let me ask you this. This is going to be my final question for you guys. And I thank you so much for making some time out to join me and talk about this. We are streaming right now on TikTok, YouTube. People may also be listening to us on the radio. So I want to ask if somebody out there is like, hey, that sounds like exactly what I need to get the next leg up. I want a job in the new year. How can they learn more about and reach you guys at Hire Heroes USA?
Sure. So if you go to www.hireheroesusa.org and click on register now, it takes you about 5 minutes. And then once you sign up, a unique transition specialist fit for your needs will be reaching out within the next 1 or 2 weeks.
Thank you guys both so much for, again, making some time for us here on Fox 5 News Live. I appreciate you so much, and happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Happy New Year's.
Thank you. All right, you guys coming back to me here in studio. Wasn't that amazing? Again, that website, if you wanted to learn more, Hire Heroes USA. You can also look for them, Google them, get all the information that you need. But coming up, we are going to continue with our news of the day, and we've got another happy story. I'm so excited when I'm able to bring you guys the good news. There is this woman who has dedicated her time to building Lego sets, but why she's doing it and how long she's been doing it may surprise you. We'll talk to you about that when we come back. Hey guys, welcome back to Fox 5 News Live. I'm Judea Murray. I was telling you about this woman who has been building Lego sets. Her goal, I heard, was 365 days, which is insane. But again, when you hear the reason why she's doing it and what she wants to do when she's done, you will be amazed. I want to get out to our Chris Rosenthal, who's been talking with her. Chris, who is this woman? And tell me more about her story.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in Erica Morris's basement here in Austell, and checking out all of her Lego creations. She's building one Lego set per day for 365 days. That's for this year. So she's coming to the end of the year here. Her last builds. And Erica, this is Erica here, the builder. And tell me, how'd you get this idea? What is this?
So, Chris, honestly, I got the idea. I built this Pac-Man last year, and I was like, man, I wonder if I could build a Lego set every single day for a year. And so I decided to challenge myself, and then I needed to hold myself accountable. So I definitely had to record myself, and I wanted to share this journey with everyone, my family, and of course, followers and people that I've met on social media.
Yeah, and every day you go on social media, you go on TikTok, Instagram, and you show people the build that you're making that day. It's kind of a nice surprise for the day.
No, for sure. Sometimes I let them know what I'm building, and sometimes I just kind of leave them in suspense, and they just kind of figure it out as I'm building. These
are some of your favorites. This one right here you said is your favorite.
This is my favorite. This is the grand piano. I did not build this one in a day, but I did build this on live, and it's my favorite piece because it actually can play. You can see the keys moving. This was a great set that was gifted to me, and I thoroughly love that set so much.
That's cool. And you've built you've taken these things around the world. You've built them on location.
I have built some of these on location, and I actually did get to build the Trevi Fountain while I was visiting in Italy, and so this was an amazing build. And then I actually went and took a trip to New York and built the New York City skyline there. That was a set that was gifted to me, and so I decided to go there and build it, and it was a great time. And I also built the Italy postcard while I was in front of the Roman Colosseum, so that's cool too.
Now, when you're done with these,
yes,
it's gonna. You plan to put these on a good cause, huh?
Of course, absolutely. So a lot of people have asked, like, what are you going to do with all those sets later on? And I have decided that I'm actually going to break down over 200 of these sets, and I'm actually going to give them back to children either in hospitals or just young children that might be interested in Lego, but maybe their parents can't afford it, and I want to be able to give back. I've been truly blessed to be able to afford to do this journey and share it with the world, and now I want to kind of continue that and give back to others.
You're kind of coming to the end of the year here.
Yes.
You got something big planned for the last,
yeah, I
last
do.
day?
The last day, so I'm going live on TikTok, and you can follow me at sweet_e_bricks on TikTok and Instagram. But I'm going live on TikTok from noon until 7 p.m. and it's going to be a great time. I'm actually going to be announcing what my next step is, what I'm going to be doing in 2026, and just celebrating the end of the year with all the people that have been with me. Some of them from the beginning, halfway through, and just having a good time, because this is a major accomplishment for me, and of course my family and my friends that I've been sharing this journey with.
This is where you build them right here.
This is it.
Let's show what you're doing here.
Today, yeah. So today I'm actually going to be building from my favorite theme, which is Lego Technic. I'm going to be building this Ford Bronco. It has a total of 943 pieces. It's going to take me a couple of hours, and hopefully I'll have something to show you guys.
Hey, wait, Chris, I have a question.
How long does it take to build some of these?
So some of these.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I was going to say, Erica said that she was building that for Bronco. So does that mean that that is a partnership that she has? Because that's kind of cool if, as a creator, it's taking her this far.
She doesn't have a partnership or anything. This is just one of the one of the builds. These are all
no partnership with anybody. I have been blessed to be gifted a lot of these sets, but I have purchased over half, definitely a large majority of these sets.
Absolutely, yeah, and yeah. How long does it take to build some of these? I imagine they're all different times.
Yeah, so they're all different times. The smallest set that I've built has been 27 pieces, and the largest set that I've built in a day this year, which was the Trevi Fountain, and that was over 1,800 pieces. So it varies. It can take me as quick as like 5 minutes to as long as 4 or 5 hours.
I imagine you've gotten quicker at it throughout the year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, people say I speed. I think I've just done so many now that it's like second nature.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep an eye on these builds and keep an eye on your progress. We'll be back here a little bit later today, see how far along you've come with that Ford Bronco over here.
Absolutely.
So, back to you, Judea.
Thank you so much. Day 363, incredible, and I can't wait to see where she is in the new year. I'm going to go ahead and follow her too after this. Thank you for giving us that live look out there. That was our Chris Rosenthal reporting for you guys. And thank you for joining me here on Fox 5 News Live. The news does continue at noon, so don't go anywhere.